just reading and watching the reports on the get-together, the demo, yesterday at Trafalgar Square. Looked from the footage that I saw, similar to when I went a couple of weeks ago. Peaceful, nothing wrong with it. But isn't it funny, the gulf between what we see in regards to the footage through mainstream media and what the actual reality was when you see people's footage of them actually being there. The mainstream media didn't cover the fact that it looked like the police were pretty heavy-handed with the people, hitting them with batons, throwing them to the ground. I think there was 30 odd arrests, which was a little bit different from when I went. It seemed a bit heavier handed. But I'll tell you what I get from looking at the footage, reading the footage, seeing the footage. What I get is how all the people there are called conspiracy theorists or anti this, anti that. You know, they're immediately painted as tinfoil hat type people. Anybody that literally goes against the narrative is classed as tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists. Well, let me tell you, when I went a couple of weeks ago, and it looks like it was very similar, and I think there's another one happening again next week, they're some of the nicest people you're ever going to meet. Very peaceful. And when you compare it to other protests that have taken place, right, like let's say the extinction one, right, where they're literally gluing themselves to the ground and doing all, you know, literally blocking roads and stuff like that. Didn't see any of that. You know, these were some of the nicest people that I'd spoken to in a while. And I know that that doesn't necessarily mean anything about them being conspiracy theorists or whatever they're being painted as or not. I very much put myself in the same category, seeing as I was there too, right? But it was some of the best conversations I'd had in a while. And I'm sure that has something to do with like-minded people. But the point I'm making here is how the media just instantly paints anybody who goes against the narrative a little bit as a conspiracy theorist, as anti-this, as anti-that. It's ridiculous. It truly is absolutely ridiculous. What, have we not got any rights to be able to go against what the media might be saying? Have we not, are we crazy for suggesting something as we see it? The fact that what safety really means nowadays is control, and you know, some of us are going to be more aware of this stuff than others, all right? I get that. Some of us will completely disagree with stuff. Some of us will be watching the BBC and Sky News and all the rest of it, and literally that will be their junk food takeaway, and that's what they truly believe, and they won't want to believe anything else. But then to go against the narrative, then to have the police be heavy-handed compared to other protests, be thrown on the floor, get arrested, all the rest of it. You kind of think to yourself, there's maybe a little bit of an agenda going on here, perhaps. Maybe there's actually something going on here, perhaps, that is actually worthwhile considering, or at least paying attention to. Some of the nicest people you'll meet. Conspiracy theorists, anti this, anti that. Kiss my ass. Ta-ta.